We're here at Kawa in Surrey Hills with Henry Holland, who is here for Vivid Ideas. And so we're just going to have a little chat today. So first, when did you arrive here?
I arrived, oh god, yesterday.
Okay, so...
My head's all over the place. I arrived yesterday at like 5 in the morning.
So you're a bit jet lagged, is that the reason that you had like 3 coffees, 6 coffees or...
Yeah, I'm on like my 6th coffee today. I'm not that bad with jet lag. I think that as soon as you acknowledge that jet lag exists, then it gets really bad.
You're dead.
So you just got to keep going. I got here and I went straight for a run, down to the Botanical Gardens and then round to the Opera House. And that sort of means you
can't sleep then.
No, exactly. And then last night, just before I got picked up for dinner, I passed out for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah, and I went for dinner with a big like red mark on my face and like pillow grease because it was really hot.
Yeah, very attractive.
Yeah.
So this is your 3rd time here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so presumably you like Sydney?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
The first time I came, like we didn't really have any stockists here or much of a business here.
Yeah.
I liked it so much that I just wanted to create a reason to come back.
Yeah, okay.
So we've been working on building a stockist base and building our sort of presence here, like through PR and the sales,
Yeah, so is there anything sort of that you've noticed about Australian fashion, particularly that you like or that's different?
I don't think there's any, like, obviously wherever you travel to, there's definitely differences and people put things together differently, and I think like when I've been here all the other times, Australia's always been really warm.
Yeah.
Today it's freezing.
So it's freezing today.
Freezing. And like Australia's always moaning that it's cold and I'm like, it's boiling hot.
Yeah.
But I actually agree with you today, it's really cold. So it's usually much more, like there's usually like a bit brighter, a bit more sort of like summer stuff. But I'm a big fan of Subi.
Yeah.
Wear a lot of that, wear a lot of jeans.
Yeah, we like Subi too.
Yeah.
So you're here for Vivid Ideas, obviously.
Yes.
So can you tell us a bit about like what people are going to expect from your keynote presentation?
Yeah.
I think it is.
I've just been talking about how much I'm deliberately not prepared. Because I think it's nice noise. I think it's much better with something like that to just speak off the cuff and then speak honestly and openly, because there's nothing about what I do that I need to hold back or hide. I'm happy to tell the truth. So I think it's better to just speak honestly and react to the questions. It's going to be like more of an on-stage question and answer session.
Okay.
Because standing behind a lectern and just being like really like straight, and it's not really my style. So we've got like some visual stuff to prepare. We're going to talk about our work with fashion film, we're going to talk about our shows, we're going to talk about the creative process of how we get from concept and idea to sort of runway show. We're going to speak about how we've grown the business and expanded it from the beginning and through sales. Like Jessica, our sales manager, is going to be on stage with me talking about her side of things and how that runs. So it's a bit of it's a combination between the creative side and also the business side and how we've grown the business and expanded from a bedroom, which is where Jessica and I started, to our office.
So like what do you want people to get out of it that are watching?
I want people to understand like the two sides of starting a company. I think so many people, when they think about fashion design, they think about all the glamorous, exciting things like actually designing collections and print design and silhouettes and pattern, working on the actual creative part of it. But it's definitely split into 2 halves, and that's very much like a business side of sales and distribution and all the boring financial side of things, and as well as the creative side, and the two go hand in hand, and one wouldn't exist without the other. So I want people to sort of come away with a bit of knowledge if they wanted to start their own company, that they had that, they were prepared a little bit more and knew about those kind of things.
Yeah.
I always say that if a fashion designer wants to start their own label, they need to do an accounting degree followed by a fashion design degree.
Yeah, because you need a lot of business savvy.
You need the two things very much, and so many people go into it thinking that it's all about the glamorous stuff. I keep talking about pattern creating and designing collections is glamorous, but that's the sort of romantic idea, is that that's what you do day in, day out, and that is what you do day in, day out, but half of your time is definitely spent doing business things.
Speaking of business things, like every sort of second day at Pages we're writing about like a new collaboration or whatever you've got going out. Like you have obviously the specs one,
Yeah.
and you've got the Superguard thing
Yeah.
that we were writing about the other day.
Yeah.
You know, your home through for pretty quality. So like, what appeals to you about that kind of?
For me, it enables us as a small company. Like as a company, we have 8 full-time employees, so we're still quite small, but it allows us to expand into all these different product areas, and it allows us to broaden our offer.
Yeah.
And then it enables us to tap into people's manufacturing and distribution networks as well. So if I wanted to release a range of tights tomorrow, I just couldn't do it because I wouldn't have like the financial resources, I wouldn't have the manufacturing or the technological know-how, and so it enables us to do those things through collaborating with existing companies, and financially it helps support other areas of our business as well. I mean, we don't have any investment. We're like fully self-funded, and it's about enabling us to expand our ready-to-wear, our mainline collections through doing a lot of different brand extensions. And at the same time, I want to grow. I want Holland to be a worldwide brand, and I want it to encompass all different products, including hosiery, including footwear, including eyewear. So it's Here's my hot chocolate.
Great.
That cold. Thank you. Okay.
Cheers.
Oh, sorry, thanks.
So now we've got some hot chocolates happening on the table.
Yeah, because it's so cold.
So yeah, I suppose
That's
it's
to make it hotter and that's really hot.
oh well, it'll be different.
Yeah, I'll just hold it. Yeah.
Like because you do have such a small team, is it kind of hard to balance your work at House of Holland and like all the
I think it's the opposite. I think it allows me to keep a handle on everything that's going on. I don't have departments in like a different room that handle one area of the business, or a department over there that handles another thing. We all work on one desk. Or the office side is all on one sort of large desk, and we all sit around. And so I'm constantly in the loop on every single thing that's happening, which can get a bit annoying for them, I'm sure, because I'm not sticking my nose in, but I'm quite a control freak in that way, and I don't, I'm fine to delegate, but I can't relinquish control over anything. And
so equal eye.
Yeah, and I think that's important as well. I think that there needs to, because with a lot of outside projects like the collaboration that we do in the UK with Debenhams, I handle all of that personally myself, and so that need somebody who's knows about everything, the whole deal.
Yeah, okay, cool. Oh, just one last question. Is there anything after Vivid, is there anything really exciting that you've got coming up over the next year?
And next year, I was just about to say, over my time in Australia, that we just planned to go and visit the Neighbours set when we go to Melbourne at the weekend.
How much longer are you here for?
Well, we were in Sydney until Saturday morning, and then we're going to go to Melbourne for the weekend.
Oh, okay.
We've never been to Melbourne before, so we're going to go and visit. We've got quite a few stockists from there. Up there, down there, I don't know. Across there.
Melbourne down there.
Melbourne down there?
Yeah.
So we're going down there, and so we're going to go and visit all of our stores over there, and just see the market, see what the differences are between there and Sydney.
Yeah.
And visit the set of Neighbours.
Very
We've
exciting.
just decided, because we're total geeks. And then over the next year, we're launching our own line eyewear in September. Just launched the Superguard. We're just releasing our pre-collection images tomorrow. We just shot our pre-collection. We've got 2 more collections of underwear to come out. We've got another line of hosiery to come out. We're doing beauty for Christmas.
So just more of everything, pretty much.
Yeah, all about, because when you talk about our collaborations, you talk about them as collaborations, but for me they're more like brand extensions or licensing. So they're all ongoing projects. So we're collaborating in the sense we're working with other brands in some cases, but it's very much about our products that we're then building and growing and expanding into full line.
Okay, cool.
So it's more, and then I'm in Hong Kong and China in November doing a series of talks.
Cool. Well, thanks for talking to us.
Thank you very much.
Good luck with Vivid.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.